Well, thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the committee, thanks for hearing House Bill 2682 and for allowing me to testify before you this morning. For the record, I'm Rob Nosse, State Representative for House District 42. I began working on this bill after hearing from several different constituents and constituent groups in my district, all of whom are deeply concerned about the safety of Portland streets. In a weird way, I think this bill would actually help the bill that we were just hearing about, Safe Route to Schools. Unfortunately, in the last 2 years, Portland has erased more than a decade of progress in traffic safety, with 2016 being the most dangerous year for traffic accidents since 2003. It was clear something needed to be done, and that's why I began working on this legislation. As amended, should you adopt the -2, House Bill 2682 would allow the City of Portland to reduce speed limits in residential streets from 25 to 20 miles per hour. That covers about 61% of the roads in my city, or about 4,827 miles. Under current statute, the City of Portland can appeal a posted speed limit and ask that it be lowered. However, that process requires extensive research by both ODOT and the city, and the process can take over a year to complete. I learned, I'm not normally in the transportation space, that even getting a residential street's speed limit changed, you have to go to ODOT and get blessing for that, and that's what this bill is attempting to try to change. With House Bill 2682, both ODOT and the Portland Bureau of Transportation will save time and administrative costs, simply allowing all residential streets to be lowered by the speed an additional 5 miles per hour. Now, initially, the bill before you had a much broader scope, but after reaching out to the cities and counties, actually I think they reached out to me, I learned that most of the local governments don't want this responsibility. Mine does, but most do not. This bill would only apply to Portland, and they have the means and the desire to implement this kind of program. The -2 amendment to the bill was drafted in collaboration with both ODOT and my city. I'll just say that I think this bill will do a lot of good for my district. House District 42, I think, is physically the smallest district in the state because we are very densely packed. It's one of the most residential. And we know that fatal injuries quadruple in accidents that occur at 30 miles per hour or above, as opposed to 20 miles per hour. Lowering the speed limit to 20 miles per hour will dramatically improve the outcomes in collisions, hopefully help to save lives. As I mentioned, all the parties who would be charged with implementing this bill collaborated in drafting the amendment, and I hope you'll support the -2, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you.